Simple bass lines for walking. Let's get into it. Autumn Leaves is a chord progression. We're going to go over the first 8 bars of Autumn Leaves. A minor, D7, G major, C major, F sharp diminished, B7, E minor. How to connect the chords and what to do. So basically, I always like to say the most simple walking bass line you can do is a root and a fifth. And you can do that to the next chord. Next chord. Next chord. So starting on the A minor, D7, G major, C7, C major 7, correction. Next one's interesting because it's a flat 5. F sharp, then we do the flat 5, a tritone. And then B7, you do the 5th. I call it doing like a punk rock bass line. And then to the E minor, you can do the same thing. Or the next most simple thing you can do is the arpeggio. So you're going to play each chord A minor to D7, G major, C major, F sharp diminished, B7. What's interesting is this is a leading tone right to your E. And you on the E you can just play an arpeggio again. And then you're back to the A. So you have the roots and fifths, you have the arpeggios, and then you can start to connect the two. So you can do something like, and what's interesting about the arpeggios, we'll go through the arpeggios one more time, is the arpeggios connect to the chord already. So A minor, arpeggio, I'm only a whole step away from D now. I'm only a half step away from G. So I can go down with the arpeggio. There's a G. Or I can double up the notes. It's always simple in a walking bass line. I play 2 Gs. That would be 4 beats. And then look, I'm a half step away from C. Arpeggio again. There we go. Right to the F sharp. So now I'm in the upper octave, so I can play this F sharp twice. And then the flat 5. Or I can go, or do the arpeggio the other way. And then I'm only a half step away from the B. So the arpeggios kind of lead into a walking. Now my favorite is connecting the chords in a straight through line. Here we go. See if you can follow along. This is kind of fun. So now we can just literally connect the chords chromatically. So we have A minor to D to G. And then from here we can walk back to the C. And this is all just staying in the key of E minor pretty much. Except with the passing tones I'm using to get between them. So, but here there's no passing tones. C, and then we can walk our way back down to the F sharp. So F sharp, and then now we can do a passing tone to get to the B, and then from the B to the E. And on a minor chord, it's always fun just to play the first couple notes of the scale. Back to the A minor. Again, going through that, what's cool about this is you can take this for a literal walk and go up and down the entire scale. We'll do that again, except we'll keep going up. A minor, D7, G major, C, right? And then we can keep going up. F, and then walking back down to B. So from F sharp, B to E minor. We'll go through that one more time. So A minor, D7, G, C, and then instead this time let's walk back down. F sharp, and then from F sharp, B, and then now we'll go up to the E. So I went B, C, D, passing tone, leading tone to the E. So just the first 8 bars of Autumn Leaves. Here we go. Dealing with the first 8 bars for this video. We could go into the rest of it, but it's just 2 5s to the minor chord or the major chord, which makes this such a great study song and such a great piece to learn on bass or guitar or anything. What else? Yeah, so 2 5 1s, what does that mean? All a 2 5 1 means is, so you take a major scale or minor scale, say G major. This song is in G major, E minor. So we have G major, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all a 2 5 1 means is you play the second note of the scale, the fifth note of the scale, and then the 1. So that's all that means. 2 5 1, a 1 6 2 5 progression. And I always like to say, as the great Joe Pass said, chords are either major, minor, or dominant. Everything else is a derivative of something else or going somewhere else. So I kind of believe that, especially as a bass player. You can play the root and the fifth, and that's kind of all you need. You don't really need much else. And like I said, you can punk rock the bass line if you're just learning bass lines. When I first started learning walking bass lines, I was just arpeggios all day. Those arpeggios, it'll get you around the bass a little better. And then you start to learn that you can connect some of these chords. Like you can just, so we can do that bass line a little differently and connect the chords. So A minor, D, G, C, F sharp, E, E. I'm sorry, B, E. We'll do that one more time. A minor, D, G major. Oops, oh, sorry. We'll do that one more time. A minor, D7, G major, passing tones, C major, F sharp diminished, passing tone, B7. My E string's a little out of tune, forgive me. So I really like that one because it connects. Going up the scale. And then mixing up the two. And learn your melodies. So I recommend learning your melodies, learning your arpeggios. You can root and fifth it. I call it like punk rock bass lines. And then remember, you can do the fourth below. So if it's an A minor chord, you can do the fourth below or the fifth above. The only time that mixes up is when you have a flat 5 chord. You end up just doing a flat 5. You play a tritone. We gotta love the tritone. Oh yeah. All right, get some. Have fun playing bass. Stay well. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy music. I love you all. Peace out.